you like this video, please give it a like, comment, and subscribe. 100 likes and I'll suck your toes.
Yeah, so I was looking for some cool bass lines to practice, and then I saw TommyInnit on my For You page. Saw the video he made about Dream, and through that I looked up the TommyInnit and Dream beef, where Dream called Tommy's fan base the R slur for subbing to him. Then Tommy got pissed off from that and made the video. And then in turn of that, Dream then exposed their DMs, which was like basically a one-sided convo between him and Tommy about how Tommy was a dick to him when he was 16 years old. All this stuff we're gonna go over today in depth. Let's fucking go.
Understand that you're talking to like a Michelangelo of my time, right? Like I'm a genius, Albert Einstein level history bookmaker. You're gonna be forgotten like the dust in the sand when you're in the fucking Sahara and there's hundreds of million, thousand billion fucking sand particles. You're gonna be one of those, and I'm gonna be a statue erected in gold. So understand.
I think you're smart. Right. I think you're being an idiot.
Of course, so and people can do that.
You probably are extremely drunk, or
no, I'm
maybe
not.
you're like this. If you're actually not,
I am like this because ADHD, autism, neurodivergent.
I have ADHD as well.
Right, but because you said that's what the mask is, I think you're a fat.
Well, before I start the video, I'm gonna try my best to organize this shit a little bit. And then first, I'm gonna just talk about like Dream and TommyInnit, like what they've been up to lately, like some of their past, I guess. And then the next segment I'm gonna talk about is their Twitter shit. And then I'm gonna wrap that bitch up with going over the TommyInnit video. So yeah, like I'm really trying to get into it and as much information out there as I can. So there's that. Yo, so Dream has been in many controversies, such as faking his manhunts, his speedruns, talking to minors, having the most over-the-top face reveal just to look like a normal dude, all the way to just pussying out on that face reveal, saying he's taking it back because now everyone liked the way he looked, and now being canceled for being a Trump supporter, even though I'm pretty sure that one was just a joke. Tommy, on the other hand, is known for being super fucking annoying and somehow getting famous from that, but now a lot of people are calling Tommy out as a beef starter in order to gain clout since his views are going down. Both not really great people, but super fun to watch, like little babies in front of a super frail and emotionally unstable audience.
The internet. Anybody else have poop, then let it slide back in to pretend Dream is fucking you in the ass.
I'm gonna be as straightforward as I can, since this is a kind of a rabbit hole. First, TommyInnit shit talked mizkif on his podcast, right? Which in turn made mizkif talk shit about Tommy on his stream and Twitter. From there, XQC hopped on the hate bandwagon to Tommy in another tweet, right? From there, Dream retweeted and then put the meme about TommyInnit fans being R slurs for being subscribed to him, which then followed by the leaked DMs, which I will read now, about Dream's stance to TommyInnit 4 years ago, when TommyInnit was 16 and Dream was 21. Okay, so the convo says, "Are we even friends, dude?" And Tommy's like, "Yeah, what's up, man?" And then Dream's like, "Just doesn't feel like it. I try and justify it by you being younger or by you just trying to fit in or taking a character too far or whatever. But that doesn't mean anything when it's just a repetitive pattern over and over. And I hold my tongue out of fear of coming across as an asshole because I like to think that I have a very thick skin." No, you don't. "But I just feel like shit because of it. I feel like you being a dick to me on accident has happened way too many times for me to think that it's just on accident. It makes me think there's a lot more to it. I feel like you have such a dream of what you want your fan base to be, and part of that means shitting on me constantly to cater to the people that despise me for just existing. And that hurts because I know that I wouldn't do that to any one of my friends." Like, what the fuck? For me, when I was a teenager, me and my friends shit on each other all the time, and like, you know, that's just a part of being friends and whatever. But like, he should have been talked to Tommy about this if this was like something that like really offended him. The thick skin thing is like untrue. Bro's like one of the most softest people in the world, but like I would like to see how Tommy replied to this conversation and like, you know, actually like manned up or said like, "Yo, like my bad, I didn't mean it like that, you know, I was just like joking around and shit," or something, right? He just kind of like cuts it off at that statement, because in the end of the day it can be like untrue or like, you know, like just something that's like just the opposite behind the scenes. So it's very like non-conclusive, in my opinion, at least.
The worst person I met award.
Oh, for me, it's so easy.
Go on.
Mizkif. Piss me off, the twat. Just the way he looked.
You like barely even met him. You just like
he just
stood
wouldn't
near him for a bit.
Oh, I hate. Have you ever just hated someone based off nothing?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't based off nothing.
You?
People like to say it's based off nothing.
No, stop banging on about it.
Much.
Anyway, I had to stand next to him for a bit, And I've never just genuinely hated every word and movement someone did. I also was very tired and wanted to see my friends. I didn't get to see my friends. I got to see mizkif, socially inept mizkif. He wouldn't leave me alone when I clearly was giving off all the signals for him to piss off. And I kept sort of going, and standing this way. And then he'd stand there and go, and he'd ask me another question. Like, you don't seem, and he asked me some weird shit, like, you don't seem like a happy man. I was like, what do you even say back to that mizkif? I don't know you. I genuinely, when I become an actor and I want to like get angry for a role, I'll think about that.
You'll picture mizkif.
I'll genuinely just picture that interaction. And
when I was talking to TommyInnit, he was probably one of the most insufferable people that I've ever talked to in my fucking life. When I was sitting there waiting for Masayoshi to pop up, TommyInnit is just standing there like a complete prick and looking like such a jackass. I'm trying to just sit there and wait for Masayoshi. I say hello to him, and he gives me the rudest stare you could ever imagine. I'm like, what is your fucking problem? What the hell did I do to you, you stupid British fuck? So we're just standing there, and I'm like, how you doing? I'm just trying to make small talk with the guy, because the guy's acting like such a jackass, looking at me like I did something wrong to him. Like, newsflash, blow. Schlatt still messages me, okay? Put your fucking little TommyInnit button up away, little pussy-ass bitch. So I'm looking at this kid, I'm like, I don't even want to talk to you right now, but I might as well make small talk, because we're both just clearly standing here, and I don't like you. What's up? And I said some shit, I'm like, how you doing or something, and he gives me the rudest stare back, and I'm like, I fucking hate this kid, but no one's around this poor little fellow at TwitchCon, and he probably lost his mom. So I'm just gonna sit here and talk to the kid until Dr. Disrespect shows up and probably gives him a kiss on the cheek.
Okay, so this is a TommyInnit video to Dream about what Dream has been doing. And yeah, let's watch it in its entirety. I already seen the video, but I forgot what he's saying. I mean, there's a lot of yapping, but there's also a lot of decent points. So let's go through it.
Hello, this video is a message to Dream. If you've been off the internet the past couple days and haven't kept up, basically, if you're one of my subscribers, Dream has called you a slur. So deal with that how you want.
For me, I'm pretty sure like my tiny community probably wouldn't get offended if someone called them the R slur, but you know, it's different people, right? So different people react to things differently, and honestly, the R slur is pretty bad. You know, I still say it sometimes. I'm still trying to work on that. You know, stop saying it. But yeah, like, if you're going to call like millions of people the R slur, you're going to get some type of repercussion. It doesn't matter on like how big you are. You're still going to get some type of backlash. So is it deserved? Yeah, it is. Even if I said it, right? If I was famous and I said it and I got backlash, I deserve it because I said it. So yeah, that's all I have to say about that part.
Okay, now look, I have Dream blocked on everything and I intend to keep it that way.
Good
so
for
Dream,
you.
Hello mate, let's just dive right in, shall we? Let's talk about you calling all my fans the R slur. You can't throw around the R slur, mate. You just can't. My mum worked with adults with disabilities.
I mean, you can, but you're going to get fucking backlash for it. And additionally, it's like, you blocked him? Like, I kind of want to see a call between these two. Like, I want to see them fucking arguing on call about shit. I feel like that's like 10 times more mature than blocking somebody and then making a video about them. That's just me though.
And since I was 12, I volunteered with her. These are real fucking amazing people who I think of like family, who actually get called this slur. And you do not just throw it around. It's impossibly immature and reckless and sets such a shitty precedent to everyone. Shame on you, man.
That's true. Like, if you're a big ass celebrity, especially with a community that's like very opposed to saying words like that, you're going to look like a fucking, like, a horrible person. So he is telling the truth.
In your stream you did, you slagged off a lot of my pals. Come on, mate. I mean, my friends are all idiots, but they have bloody good hearts. However, with your group, I cannot believe how the George stuff from a year ago went down. I cannot believe the response to it online. It's disgusting. It's sexist, man. And you and your friends' references and the way you talk about women behind the scenes has been so sexist too.
If they're sexist, like, and I see proof for that, I'm gonna make a second video because that seems like very like intriguing to watch. I have no idea about the George situation. Oh, I burped. And honestly, I'm not gonna like talk about it in this video, but it would be cool to like reference in the future one.
Shame on you guys. Now, mate, talk about me and you. You've basically spent the past day calling me a dickhead. And look, pal, I have made mistakes, and I'm going to make loads more. But the difference is, I give a shit. I'm trying. I'm putting in effort, and I really care. And I take responsibility when I've fucked up. Dream. 4 years ago.
Okay, for me, I feel like it's a really good quality to like work on yourself and try to change. A lot of people don't change. They'll like do something wrong, and then they'll keep doing that wrong behavior, thinking that's the right behavior. You know, like I fell victim to that, right? There's a lot of behaviors that I've done that I thought they were right and they weren't, right? So it really does like, you know, set a mature change within yourself to want to adapt and switch to a better one that suits you and your future and stuff like that. So yeah.
You were awful to me. When I was 16, you gave me YouTube advice, and you held that over my head for years. You didn't treat me like an
I hate
equal,
people like that.
and you
That's
made me
fucking
feel
cringe.
small. The Dream SMP, a lot of your success just wouldn't have happened without me. Streaming every single night on the server and caring about everything as much as I did.
That's true.
And you,
Because like, even though bro's annoying to kids, he was like very entertaining, you know, and that like brought a lot of people to see his like bullshit SMP garbage. Like honestly, like, and besides that, it's like holding something over for someone, just advice, is insane to me. Like I would never do that. I feel like that's like way too tiring, and it makes you look like a dickhead.
made me feel small about that. And I was a kid. Shame on you, man. And you knew what you were doing, because I've watched you do it to other people too. And if you didn't, and that was just an accident, then fucking hell, man. You called me a promoter of all my other projects I do in your Reddit post too. Yeah, man, are you stupid? Of course I promote all this stuff. But the difference between me and you is I actually give a shit.
Shit, I
put effort, my absolute best into all these new things. I'm going to talk about my brilliant podcast because I'm really proud of it. Or the book I spent months writing. Or comedy. I mean, mate, I've ditched the internet for a year to do the rounds in tiny pubs, to do the stand-up comedy circuit the legitimate way because of people like you. People who have ruined this space. And that takes balls. Courage. I'm not just selling USB baby photos or lazily designed merchandise, all right?
Okay, yeah. I'd like to say, like, you know, going and seeing that, like, yo, this space fucking sucks. Let me make my own space. Let me, persevere in my own way. I feel like that's very mature, and that takes a lot of energy and a lot of time to do. Especially considering the fact that, like, Dream is, like, kind of a dickhead, and all his merch is just, like, him putting a fucking smiley face on a cup. It's very weird.
Doing the best with what I have. I'm nearly the age you were when you met me, and if I acted the way you did to a 16-year-old who looks up to you, I'd be so ashamed of myself, man. Now, finally.
The thing with Dream is, like, he doesn't think he does anything wrong, so that's the thing.
You harassed my mum as she was going through a divorce, the worst time of her life. You tried to harm the relationship between me and my mum. And if we weren't best friends, with the shit that you were saying, you probably could have really harmed that, mate. You are like a proper movie villain.
What the fuck? He fucked with his mom? Nah, Tommy should fucking fly out to America and get that boxing match real quick. What the fuck is that? If, like, some dude is like... Unless, like, I'm really cool with them and I'm cool with them saying it. Because, like, I have friends, like, who make mom jokes, so I'm cool with that shit. But, like, to go to someone's parent and harass them is a completely different story. That's insane to me.
I have watched you take advantage of vulnerable people and use them to benefit yourself. I've watched you lie to fans, to me, to people, and take no responsibility afterwards. You are incapable of taking any criticism. You refuse to change anything about yourself. You reframe everything so that you are the victim. 4 years have gone by, and the rest of us have grown, reflected, really tried to better ourselves and learn after going through that incredibly overwhelming experience together. And you've reverted to saying slurs and punching down. it's not just me that feels like this about you either.
You know what's crazy? I seen a shit on TikTok. It was like Dream was like, "Oh, I don't feel like anyone should say the R word. It's really bad." And then he does that and takes it down like a pussy. Like, come on, bro. At least double down on it.
Most YouTubers do. I'm just very loud about it. I really hope you're not a genuine bad person with a bad heart. But mate, you need to get off the internet now. Go and get some therapy. Spend some time around your loved ones. Go on a
Just
walk.
like me for
Look
real. I'd
after
be saying that
yourself.
shit a lot.
You
Other
being
people-
an arsehole right now doesn't mean you will be one forever. But fucking hell, man. With great power comes great responsibility. And you just don't ever seem to take responsibility for your actions.
That's true.
Figure your shit
Well, I
out, man.
saw.
Because how you behave right now is just not going to cut it.
That's about it. The rest of the video is just him promoting his like shit that I don't really care about. Yeah, like I don't think I've ever seen Dream like take accountability or actually like apologize for anything, or like the apology feels like kind of flat and it's just trying to defend himself. You know, that's all I'll say about that.
How dare we speak Merry Christmas? How dare we?
Merry Christmas, everybody.
In conclusion, even though TommyInnit's reasoning behind like attacking all these fucking shitty people is for clout or is to just, you know, help others, regardless of that, I think it's a net positive for him to be targeting these shitty ass humans, right? So yeah, that's all I really gotta say. See you later.
Bye-bye.
Man, he took me to his old white van. 20 hours with an old man. His wife walked in, I'm a dead man.
Having sex with boys so much, I have a disease.
Went to my doctor, he told me I have STDs. We made our song on TikTok, but it was turned to a meme. Thank you, by the way, we saw your comment.